Hello and welcome to online edu classes of Brilliant Public School by Kailash Kumar sir. Today in this video we are going to study the next important chapter of class 5 English, that is chapter 13, Lumos, bringing light into children's lives. And this chapter is written by J.K. Rowling. This is the first part of our video. Children, this chapter is very important and helpful for you all, as you are going to learn a lot many points related to your wellness, your safety and concern. Therefore, I hope you all will watch this video carefully and also have a thorough reading of the chapter from your textbook. So, let's proceed further and have a quick look about the author of this chapter. Across the world, many families face poverty, conflict, or a lack of support to care for children. Placing their children in orphanages or other institutions can seem like the only possible solution, with the promise of better education, health care, and food security. Poverty means the state of being extremely poor. Conflict, a serious disagreement or argument, typically a protracted one. Protracted one means due to war or the similar reasons. Orphanages are a residential institution for the care and education of orphans. So what happened here? These families across the world, as they don't have a strong background based on money, so they were very poor, and due to conflict or many other reasons they were forced to keep their children in such institutions and orphanages, where these institutions promise better education, health care, and food security for their children. These promises are rarely fulfilled. Children separated from their families become trapped and vulnerable, deprived of the love and attention of a family, harming their development and future and also their growth. So, a trap means an unpleasant situation from which it is hard to escape. Vulnerable means exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. Deprive means prevent a person or place from having or using something. So these children were actually trapped in such type of institutions, and they were hardly getting any proper love and care and attention from the caretakers who were there in these institutions. And this way, this was actually hampering their proper development and growth, both physically and mentally. Now let us begin with our chapter, Lumos. Lumos is an NGO founded by J.K. Rowling, working to illuminate a path for children living in harmful orphanages and other institutions to a brighter future. NGO means non-governmental organization. These non-governmental organizations work to light a path for such children who are trapped in such organizations, and these NGO work for a brighter future of these children. By tackling the causes of family separation, poverty, abuse, domestic violence, and disability discrimination, children can be united with loving families where they can thrive and be supported to reach their full potential. Tackling means make determined efforts to deal with a problem or difficult task. Abuse, misbehave in insulting and offensive language. Domestic violence, violent or aggressive behavior within home. Discrimination means differentiating people on the grounds of race, age, gender, or disability. So, by making determined efforts to deal with these all kinds of problems like poverty, abuse, domestic violence, disability, discrimination. Children can be united with such loving families where they can grow in a free environment and can be supported to reach their full potential. Now, what does Lumos do? What is the function of Lumos? 8 million children worldwide are living in institutions because they are poor, disabled, or from an ethnic minority. This is a serious problem on a massive scale, but there is a solution. Lumos works in partnership with governments, professionals, and carers, communities, families, and children to transform outdated systems that drive families apart. So, there are 8 million children worldwide, those who are living in such institutions where the children are kept in caged beds. So these are very poor and disabled, or they belong to ethnic minority. Ethnic minority means connected to a nation or race or people, and the smaller part of a group. They are known as ethnic minority. So this is a serious problem on a massive scale, and this problem was sought out by Lumos because Lumos works in partnership with governments and professionals. So these all institutions or bodies work together for the betterment and wellness of these helpless children. Together with their partners, Lumos replaces institutions with community based services that provide children with access to health, education, and social care tailored to their individual needs. Tailored means fitted as per their individual needs. This supports families to provide the loving care their children need to develop to their full potential and build a positive future for themselves. So these so this is the actual functioning of Lumos, that along with their partners they replaces the institutions with community based services. These community based services provide access to health, education, and social care for these kind of children, and this also supports such families to provide the loving care to their children. Why does Lumos do it? Institutionalization denies children individual love and care. Institutionalization means the state of being kept in a residential institution. As you can see in these images, how these kids and these children are kept alone in an isolation mode. Isolation means lonely mode. So, institutionalization denies children. They actually restricts the children to get love and care. So it can damage their brain development and destroy their understanding of right and wrong. Of the 8 million children in institutions worldwide, more than 80% are not orphans. Yes, children, more than 80% of these 8 million children are not orphans, but they are actually abandoned by their parents and they are kept in these institutions. Most have families who love them and want them, but they are driven into institutions because of poverty and discrimination on the grounds of disability or ethnicity. Ethnicity means the fact or state of belonging to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition. This is a violation of their human rights and the effects last a lifetime. Right, children? So these most of the families, they actually love them, they want them, but due to certain reasons they leave their children, they leave their kids to such institutions and they are forced to live without them, and this is a serious violation of their human rights. and the effects of these lasts for a lifetime, for a longer time. So these are the various reasons for which the Lumos is working for preserving the human rights and for the welfare and betterment of these children who are kept in institutions. So this much in this video, children. The rest of the part of the chapter we will cover in the next two videos. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all have learned a lot many things from this video and this chapter. So thank you all. It will be continued.